even earlier in the week, we were talking about how we can't walk on Uluru anymore. We can't walk on Mount Warning anymore, although there's a group of people trying to change that. This is beautiful, pristine, gorgeous geography of Australia that now the vast majority of us can't tread on, can't enjoy. And guess who is guarding Mount Warning? Well, they're on there thanks to the taxpayer dollar. Security guards. We are forking out $7,000 a week on security guards who ensure people, I imagine, what, do they just check your indigeneity passport if you want to go in, or you look too white to be admitted? These security guards are there to ensure that non-Indigenous people can't enjoy Mount Warning.
Yeah, they're literally taking number plates in the car park, and then the government run a check to see who that car is registered to. And if you're not an Indigenous person, well, then you're issued with a fine for walking up a mountain that you don't qualify to walk up because of the ethnicity.
Racial profiling.
We would never have believed
2024 Australia, we've got racial profiling and segregation. Gee, we've come a long way, haven't we?
And then the same people who applaud that will accuse Israel of being an apartheid state at their local pro-Palestinian protests. So you just wouldn't believe it. Caleb, do you do much messaging on your phone? I guess you send as many text messages as the next person. Would you ever use AI to help you with your messages?
Well, I would not, and there's an obvious reason for that. Because, again, like I said last night, if something is free, you are the product. But that's exactly what Google is going to do now. If you've got an Android phone, they're going to attach their Bard AI program, which is a bit like ChatGPT, which you might have heard of, to its messaging app. Now, that will mean that you can ask questions of the AI system to assist you in writing your messages, but it also means that the AI system will take your messages, it will read your messages, it will store your messages, it will use them to collate information, because the way AI works, the way AI grows and learns, is by using the information that the user puts into it. This is going to give Google access to all of your text messages, not just the ones that you're sending at the moment. It gives them the entire history of your text messages. The amount of data that we are handing over to big companies, you know, to make the world a better place through AI is quite staggering. Remember in Get Smart, they had this great idea about how they would stop anyone hearing their top secret conversations. We're going to have to start doing this with our phones.
The cone of silence.
I mean, that's about as good as it's going to get, to be perfectly honest. I mean, this is scary, right? We were talking earlier in the week about Neuralink, which is Elon Musk's brain chip company. They've done the first insertion of a chip into a human brain. That's scary enough. But to think that text messages, which are often very private in nature, contain all sorts of information that you wouldn't want other people to have access to, are going to be hoovered up by Google, seen by God knows who, and used to feed an AI machine so it can talk to you as it thinks you want to be talked to. It's staggering.
Well, it will actually read my text messages to you and vice versa, so it can pick up the tone of our relationship, so that it can help me compose text messages to you that are a little different in my messages to you, for instance, because it's a different relationship. But I reckon if you need AI help to text, just pick up the phone and make a call. I mean, seriously. But people will sign up for this for two reasons. One, naivety, because they don't understand the seriousness of what could happen in the future with this, and out of convenience. And we're seeing that right across society now, whether it's digital IDs, whether it's a cashless society, whether it's allowing AI to access all of your text messages so that, you know, while you're asleep, your phone can have a chat with mum and dad. Who knows, maybe after you're dead, your phone can keep messaging people on your behalf.
Don't give them ideas.
So because it's so
convenient...
Dead
people have been voting of late, so who knows what else dead people can do in the future.
It's amazing the freedom we'll give up for a bit of convenience and a bit of novelty.
Well, I can think of a few people that I'd rather have the AI deal with instead of myself, but once you start buying into it, like it's all in or nothing, right?
Yeah.
The amount of data that you have to give over, and what Google and Facebook and whatever already know about us on the basis of what we are giving to their systems. And you can see it in the advertising they provide you. And look, you have a conversation on the phone. You know, you call up someone and say, oh, I'm going to go down to Bunnings and buy some petunias. Next thing you get advertisements popping up on Facebook or whatever. Petunias at Bunnings. It's already listening. This just takes it a step further.
Oh, it's listening as we speak. I had two friends who tried this outright, and they don't have a cat, but they started talking about a cat as if, because they were housemates, as if they had one.
Yeah.
Like, oh, do you want to get the cat litter? Oh, we've run out of cat litter. And they were literally just, can you grab the cat food? Doing this as a test to see this whole advertising thing and are the phones listening? Sure enough, within days on both their Instagram feeds, Facebook feeds, the ads coming up were all cat related. Do you want this cute little T-shirt for your cat? How about this cat litter? It's new crystallized, way better than the old sandy stuff. And they were not shocked because they're the kind of people who were doing this to test it. But sure enough, it just goes to show your phones are constantly listening, whether you have Siri switched on or not. And the amount that people are so unaware of this, and they keep being told, well, you know, what does it matter? If you're not up to anything dodgy, what does it matter? It matters. Your privacy matters. Keep asking yourself, I'm a private citizen. What business does the government have sticking its nose into this much of my private personal life, where I am at any given time, who I associate, what that association is made up of? And the amount of times these articles about Bard, the new phone AI, says it may ask to analyse your messages. It may ask to... So it might not even ask. What is
It'll just be like, oh, it
what
doesn't
is the
matter.
other option?
It doesn't matter. We'll just take it from you anyway.